All right, so what I did here is I'm going to do my, okay, so I'm getting ready to go pick up a trailer in my F350 here. It's going to be the first time I've towed any significant distance like that with this truck. So I'm going to go pick up, it's a 16-foot trailer with an ATV on it. So I'm going to pick up the trailer in one town and then go pick up the ATV, like a 4-seater Can-Am in another city. And it's about what, I think they weigh about 2,000 pounds. So I started thinking, I'm like, okay, how do I figure out whether my load is balanced and everything else like that, and what kind of technology is out there right now? So what I came across is this Curt Better Weigh system, and it's basically an OBD2 connection. You can kind of see it down there. That's that setup right there. So what it does for you, I'm going to read here. It says it can measure your tongue weight, your payload, your pin weight if you had a fifth wheel or a gooseneck, and the weight distribution of your load. So we're going to see how well that works. Part of the process of setting it up is you download the application on your phone, right? And it's called, let me see here, Better Weigh is the name of the application. And you kind of have to set it up, all right? So right now I've had to park my vehicle on a flat piece of ground, you know, so not tilted, not sideways, not anything like that, just flat. And I verified with my gauges in the vehicle as far as, I don't know how correct they are, but it says I'm at a 0 plane, and I can just show you as a matter of fact. So you kind of see what I'm talking about. So let's see if we go in here. Okay, yeah. And you can go to off-road. So you can use these buttons right here to kind of switch between all the different modes in your vehicle, right? And yes, I know my def is low. I'm trying to go as long as possible, see exactly how long it takes me. I'm at 4,800 miles right now, so we'll see when it runs out. So anyways, I go to the off-road pages and you can see 0, 0, 0. My tires are straight. I'm not off camber, left or right, or front and back. So it's all in zeros. So then I go back into the application, and then I can then set up, like for payload, for example, it says, with payload unloaded, turn off the engine and tap ready. So I'm going to turn it off. All right, and then I'm going to go ready. And it says initializing scale and not to bump the vehicle. So I'm going to stay real still and see what happens there. Okay, so load truck bed, center load over rear axle. So I'm going to actually jump into the bed myself. I'm about 200 pounds, so I'm going to jump into the bed and see if this changes at all. Try to do this with one hand. First I'm going to open it, and we're going to watch this together as I get in here. So did it move? Let's get off. Yeah, it's actually moving. So this is just me sitting on the tailgate. Let me just turn around here so I can see the camera better. But I'm sitting on the tailgate right now, and I'm kind of jumping up and down. So I'm sitting on the tailgate, and it does actually go up. So that's what? So 500 is up there, so that's about 250 right in the center. So every line is 100 pounds. So right now we're at the 250 mark. So yeah, that's actually pretty impressive. I don't weigh 250 pounds, but for something that looks so gimmicky, I mean, that's interesting that it works that well. So that's actually pretty cool. So I'm gonna load up the bed. One of the things when I was setting up this app, where's the sun? When I was setting up this app, it actually says that this particular vehicle right here is already registered in the system, so you don't have to do any extra configurations in order to get it to work. So that was actually pretty cool. So I'm gonna use that in conjunction with another piece of equipment that I bought, which is one of those hitches that apparently, let's see here. So wow, this is heavy. So we're going to use that in conjunction with this hitch right here, which is in this box. So this is Weigh Safe Hitch, and we'll just open it here together. Kind of like a sweet, cool unboxing, which everybody just loves. So this is the hitch. It's actually pretty heavy. I know the box on the outside says it's 35 pounds. The shipping label right here says 38 pounds, but it feels way, way heavier than that. So I'm thinking about easily double that amount. Trying to see if they have any documentation in here. So just some little doohickeys here to follow them on Facebook and give them reviews. And then we have that. Okay. That's a Weigh Safe hitch, and I got it in black. It also comes in the silver, but I didn't think that would go very well with the truck. And there's a pin right there. And then it actually has two balls that come with it. One is going to be a 2-inch, and the other one is going to be the 2 5/16, which is the size that I need for the trailer that I'm getting. So that's good. And then here is the hitch itself, and it's legitimately heavy. Like, it's pretty substantial. Okay. And then I should also have a lock in here for the hitch. See if we can put you guys down. All right, so I've got this piece right here, which is going to go into the side, and that's how you kind of pick where you're going to position it along that hitch. So it kind of plugs into the side, and it's lockable, so that's good. And then this is the set of keys that's going to unlock that, and then it also has a little lock, which should be keyed the same, so the keys should all be the same here, but there's a lock. All right, so let's put this stuff in here, and then just a little cover here to cover up the key area right here, just like that. So that's what that looks like. So we're gonna install this. So I'm gonna put you guys down again over here, maybe. So let's see. So this is max GTW 18,500 pounds. Max tongue weight is 2,200 pounds. Do not exceed vehicle, whatever. And that's what that looks like right there. So we're just going to put that in there. And I don't know if you've watched my other video, but this is also actually very important that it's not too long, because otherwise it hits the spare tire, especially on these Ford Tremors, because it comes with taller tires. So it's nice that this shaft piece is not that long. So I know it's going to fit in here. And you can actually get this in two different sizes. I opted for the smaller fitting because I've got this little reducer in there, right? So I opted for the smaller one. That way I can use it on multiple vehicles. Otherwise, if I was just going to go with a big piece, I feel like I would be stuck using it on just this truck. And after paying almost $400 for this, I figured I'd want to get as much use out of it as possible. So I can actually align this with the second hole so that it's closer to the vehicle. So that's actually kind of cool. All right, first step, I'm going to lock it in place so it doesn't walk away. All right, that's not going anywhere, so that's good. And then put this hitch on. Oh, that's already locked in there, so let's unlock that. Okay, so that comes out like that. And then slide this on. That's upside down. So we're going to do it like this because that's the right side up. I'm going to move you guys to this side. And I think we can just put this in from the top or the bottom. All right. And then I think the trailer is going to sit pretty low, so I can probably have it down here and that should be fine. So I'm going to start with that and just put it down here. That's not the lowest point actually. Go a little bit lower and that's down there. And then I can just lock that in place. That's not going to go anywhere. Put the cover on top of that. All right, feel like one day that's going to just fly out of there, but it's on for right now. And so it's on now. There's definitely a lot of movement, right? Because not only do I have this reducer right here, but these shafts never quite fit in there tight. So that's definitely going to cause a little bit of noise in there, but I'm not going to be driving off-road, so I'm not that concerned about it. But maybe something for a future situation of figuring out how to fix that or how to make it not so clanky. But once you get the trailer on there, it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, it's not going to make a bunch of noise. So like I said before, I need a 2 5/16 so I can drop that ball in there. Just has 2 holes on it. Drop that in there, and I need to figure out how this actually works. I think I need to remove this, and then I need to put the, so I'm gonna have to take this down first, I believe. So just unlock it. Pull that out, drop that, put the ball in from this side. All right, so you can see there's a hole right there. So I'm going to drop the ball in, align those 2 holes together like so. And then I believe I just grabbed this and I put it in there. And that's what keeps the ball in place. And it's secured because you can't take it off because this is going to be locked on this side right there. So then I drop this back in here. All right. Put my lock on the other side. That's the lock. Lock that up. That's not going to come out, so that's good. Put the cover on top of that. And that's how you set that up. So all I have is this extra ball now and the 2 sets of keys, and I am good to go. So how does the scale work, you ask? So let's see if it's as good as the scale on that application that I just showed you guys, which we'll do something a little bit more in depth, but I just wanted to kind of do this real quick before I get going. So I'm going to actually jump on the scale and see what that looks like. All right, I'm not sure if those numbers changed, but all I did was I basically just climbed on to the truck itself, like so, and kind of bounced around on it. All right, it doesn't look like it's as sensitive as the Better Safe. I'm going to review the video, but I don't think that actually moved when I did that. I'm going to set it down one more time right there and jump on again and try to look at the same time. So when I jump on it, it does move. You can see it kind of moving a little bit, but it's not registering my weight, not as good as that other scale. It's not registering my weight as well as that other scale was. So definitely a little bit. All right, so close that up, and we're gonna call this setup done. Okay, I think it's a nice looking hitch, and hopefully that's not sitting too low, but I shouldn't be going Baja, so I don't think I have to worry about that. And for those of you that are wondering how high is it, at its lowest setting, about a foot. So that's basically my foot right there. So it's about yay big off the ground at its lowest position. So that's pretty good. All right. Okay, so definitely just a very quick video kind of showing you guys the difference between that Weigh Safe hitch and this smart system right here. So far, without pulling a load, I kind of like the Better Weigh, because I feel like it's a little bit more accurate. Like when I jumped in, it actually registered that, which is actually pretty interesting. That it's got some kind of accelerometer or gyroscopic meter of some sort that's kind of capturing this information, but it's actually kind of cool that you can use it like that. So yeah, so far I think this is more accurate, because when I jumped into the bed, it went up to like 250 pounds. And then when I was jumping on that scale, it hardly even moved unless I jumped up and down, and then it kind of registered, you could see it kind of fluctuating, going up and down. But when I stood there just as a constant load, it didn't show anything at all on the reading on there. And I would expect it to show, I'm about 200 pounds, so I'd expect to see, well, I'm not 200 pounds. So I'm about 188. So just jumping on there, I would have expected it to kind of move a little bit, but that's not the point. So we'll get the trailer on there, unloaded. We'll see what difference that makes. And then we'll measure the readings with this application, and we'll also measure it with the Better Weigh scale. And then we'll also then get it loaded up and see what kind of difference we get there as well. And I think that's about it. Basically just a quick video about these kind of tools to help you figure out how your load is set up. And what I'm looking forward to is looking at the loaded trailer and figuring out, do I need to move my ATV forward? Do I need to move it back? So there's a 70-30 rule, which basically means when you load up, you want 70% of your weight towards the front, right? To increase your tongue weight. And that stops you from, having this crazy situation in the back when you're driving down the road. And then 30% of that is in the back, right? So you basically, the way you do it, you look at your axle, you put the load forward of the axle and not so much behind the wheels or behind the axle. So we'll soon find out as we tow and kind of see what the numbers look like then. Really looking forward to it, actually. And I'll catch you guys up on the road as I load it up and see what happens. Peace.